Episode 51, Face Changer 4th Rakeage. B***********D, how dare you do that? Ai Dun, who was the most irritable, roared angrily, staring at Li Yue with a pair of eyes, as if he would make a move in the next second. Your Excellency, what do you mean? Tutai firmly grasped the corner of the table with both hands, forcibly suppressed the anger in his heart, and said every word. A second ago, he said that harmony is the most important thing, and gave them a gift. The head of the Cloud Shinobi Ninja appeared a second later. What is Li Yue trying to do? Do you want to start a war between the two countries? Several don't get angry. Li Yue sat down on the chair boldly and said with a nonchalant smile, you all know the identities of these people, right? These people sneaked into Konoha recklessly, killed the Inspector Ninjas and Anba Ninjas in our village, and tried to take away the new generation of geniuses in our village. If it were you Cloud Shinobi village, how would you deal with this kind of thing? The expressions of the two people who were originally extremely angry froze. Villages and countries in the ninja world have nothing to say about foreign invaders. Catch one and kill one, catch two and kill one pair. There is no such thing as lenient. But that being said, Tutai and Ai still felt uncomfortable when things happened to them. Presumably everyone has the answer in their hearts. Li Yue smiled. Now that I return these heads to you Cloud Shinobi village, isn't that considered a gift? You. AICC gritted his teeth, trembling all over because he was too angry. He took the head and gave it to them, even saying it was a gift. But if you think about what Li Yue said carefully, you can't find anything wrong with it. Then thank you Li Yue Jonin. Tutai's face was extremely ugly, as disgusting as eating a fly. But no matter what, no matter how disgusting they are, they have to swallow it. After all, it is better to bring the corpse of their companion back to the village for burial than to be thrown into the grave by Konoha. Speaking of sealing, he sealed the corpse again, ready for Ai to collect it. But before Ai put away the scroll, Li Yue spoke again. Wait a moment. Is there anything else for Li Yue Jonin? Tutai raised his head sharply and asked while holding back his anger. Although these heads are the sincerity of our Konoha negotiations, they are not given away for nothing. Li Yue said with a smile. As he said that, he took out another scroll, and with seals, 7 heads appeared in front of the crowd of Cloud Shinobi. These 7 heads. It is the head of Cloud Shinobi village Jonin. After these Jonins were killed by Li Yue, they were brought back by 3rd Hokage and sent to the interrogation department to see if they could extract useful information. Now that the extraction is over, the brain nerves are all destroyed. The head, which has no value at all, can be sold to Cloud Shinobi village. After you pay the money for these heads, those heads will be given to you. It's Nancy's head. There was no anger in Tutai's eyes, replaced by grief. These are 7 Jonin. It is a precious asset in any ninja village. But now it is on the negotiating table like a commodity. Uchiha Li Yue. Ai was completely enraged, and purple lightning bolts spread, covering his whole body, as if he would launch an attack at any time. Don't be angry, don't be angry. Li Yue smiled and pushed the head to the earthen platform. I should be very sincere, right? As long as you buy these heads, the previous ones will be given to you for free. The reason why he gave away those heads to Cloud Shinobi village. One is to infuriate the people of Cloud Shinobi village. The second is because Genin's heads are worthless. After all, the Genin who can be sent to participate in this kind of mission are basically cannon fodder. Counting on Cloud Shinobi village to buy back the heads of cannon fodder? Is it possible? So, instead of counting a few Genin kills, it's better to treat these heads as bonus gifts. This can create a kind of compensation for the people of Cloud Shinobi village. It's like buying clothes. Buying a piece of clothing for 100 yuan, some people think it is expensive, but if you buy one piece for 100 yuan and get 2 or 3 free, will you still think it is expensive? Hole. Ai couldn't bear it anymore, the thunder and lightning on his body became more and more violent. Calm down, Ai. Tutai woke up from his grief, and stopped Ai who was about to make a move. Why? Ai's eyes were bloodshot. He is a very emotional person. The head of a fellow villager was sold as a commodity, but he was helpless, which was more uncomfortable than killing him. I am also deeply angry, but we are not alone, our words and deeds will determine the lives of other companions. Tutai said in a deep voice. These words quenched Ai's anger like cold water and made him calm down completely. Remember that you are in Konoha, not Cloud Shinobi village. Once you do it, not only you may be killed, but even your companions will be implicated. How do you guys think about it? Do you want to spend money to redeem these heads? This is buy one get one free. There is no better deal in the world than this. Li Yue spoke with a smile, as if she wasn't in a hurry. Li Yue Jonin make an offer. Tutai suppressed his anger and said. The price of an ordinary Jonin's head on the black market is generally 20 million taels, so let's calculate based on this price. Li Yue shook her finger and smiled. What? AI was angry again. 20 million heads, why not grab them? You must know that the reward for an S-level task is only a few million taels. In other words, they would have to pay 3 or 4 S-level missions to redeem a Jonin head. So the lion opened his mouth wide. Are you going to take him for a ride? Episode 52, Negotiation Experts. Don't forget, this is not just a head, but buy one get one free. Li Yue said calmly. Tutai and AI looked at each other, finally gritted their teeth and nodded. We can agree. Wise choice. Li Yue smiled, and added, then let's talk about compensation. The next compensation? Tutai and Ai's expressions were extremely ugly. They spent 140 million taels just to redeem the corpses of the village ninjas. The money let him know how difficult Li Yue is to deal with. So he hurriedly cheered up, for fear of falling into Li Yue's trap. Guys, relax a little bit. What I do is justified, so I will never open my mouth like a lion. Li Yue said with a smile. Tutai and AI had a look on their faces, and then couldn't help but said, what is the next compensation? Li Yue Jonin can just say it. They will not believe Li Yue's nonsense. If Li Yue was really that particular, they wouldn't have spent the 140 million taels. Then let's talk about compensation for casualties first. Cloud Shinobi Village invaded Konoha and killed a total of 8 Anbu ninjas and 4 patrolling ninjas in our village, a total of 12 people, including 1 Jonin, 5 Chunin and 6 Genin. Quote, so you need to pay 200 million taels of compensation. Li Yue said quickly. What, 200 million? The future fourth Reikiji's eyes widened instantly, and he slammed his fist on the table. Are you kidding me? This ninja requires us to pay 200 million taels in compensation, and we only spent 140 million taels to redeem the heads of 7 Jonin. Could it be that Genin's life among you is worth more than our Jonin's life? Quote. Before the words were finished, the earth platform beside him became anxious and interrupted the words directly. AI, what nonsense are you talking about? AI was taken aback for a moment, and then quickly realized that his face turned blue and white. He said that it only cost 140 million taels to redeem Jonin's head. Didn't he make it clear that he cheated himself and said that the money was less? Tilda. This is the Reikage candidate from your village, right? He is really smart, and he can tell at a glance that we, Konoha, are at a disadvantage. Li Yue applauded lightly, as if she was praising the other party, but what Li and AI said seemed to be mocking no matter how she heard it. Li Yue Jonin, let me just say it directly, it is impossible for our Cloud Shinobi village to compensate 200 million taels. Tutai said in a deep voice. In fact, such things as compensation happen every time after a war. Generally speaking, if a Jonin dies, the maximum compensation is 10 million taels. As for the ninjas who Konoha died, there was only 1 Jonin, plus a few middle genin, so it was impossible for him to agree to such exaggerated compensation. Then what price are you willing to pay? Li Yue laughed. He also knew that it was impossible for Cloud Shinobi Village to pay 200 million taels of compensation, but the negotiation was all about the asking price and the return price. Our village can compensate up to 100 million taels. Not enough. These people were alive and well. It was your invasion that caused their death. All the responsibility is on you, so the minimum compensation is 180 million taels. It's absolutely impossible. My village can give up to 150 million taels. Okay, deal. Li Yue nodded. What? Tutai's expression froze, and he looked at Li Yue in bewilderment. Your Excellency said that he is willing to pay 150 million taels of compensation, and I agree with your offer based on the principle of friendship between the two villages. Li Yue looked like she had suffered a big loss. Tutai was furious. Isn't this bargaining? Isn't it Li Yue's turn to raise the price and then negotiate the price himself? How did you agree so quickly? 1 Jonin plus a few middle genins usually pays a maximum of 50 million taels in compensation, but now he talks about 150 million taels. If this goes back, Third Reikage has to skin him. Next, let's talk about other compensation matters. Li Yue couldn't control so much, and set out the rest that needed to be compensated in one breath. What Cloud Shinobi intrusion compensation? What Konoha mobilized human and material resources for compensation? There is also compensation for the spiritual loss of Konoha's captive ninja. All kinds of messy compensation added another 100 million to the original 290 million. At the same time, it also includes 10 million detonating charms, 5 million kunai shurikens, and 300 catties of chakra conductive metal. After saying all the compensation, Li Yue pushed the scroll over. That's all for the compensation. If Jonan has no other problems, just sign it. Can't sign. Ai's eyes were bloodshot and he kept growling. This is not the compensation for an invasion. This amount of compensation is almost catching up with the compensation after the defeat in the war. If they signed it, what face would they have to return to the village? Tutai was silent, and it took 2 or 3 minutes before he spoke. Okay, we sign. What? Ai looked at the Earth platform in disbelief. Unexpectedly, Tutai would agree to such absurd compensation. If Tutai wasn't his father's right-hand man, he doubted whether Tutai was Konoha's undercover agent. I am the captain of the negotiating team, any loss will be borne by me alone. Tutai said in a deep voice, then ignored Ai and signed the name directly. Is this really successful? Not to mention those people from Cloud Shinobi, even the Konoha Shinobi standing behind Li Yue were stunned with disbelief in their eyes. The compensation just discussed is not a small amount. Light silver taels are as high as 390 million taels. And what about supplies? The detonating talisman and kunai shuriken cost about 100 taels each, so the sum of the two items is 1.5 billion taels. Some people may not know what the concept of these money is. But as long as you compare it, you will understand. In the original book, a bowl of Ichiraku ramen costs 60 taels, and the average price of an S-level task is 5 million taels. That is to say, the sum of these money is enough to pay for nearly 400 S-level missions. From this we can see how amazing this compensation is. And besides these, there are 300 kattis of chakra-conductive metal. This is chakra-conductive metal. It is an extremely precious existence in the entire ninja world. Kirigaku's Nanan sword is made of this metal. When negotiations first started, they thought Li Yue was talking to the lion. But who would have thought that Cloud Shinobi Village would agree? The Konoha Shinobi present was stunned for a moment, then looked at Li Yue adoringly. It turns out that Master Li Yue is a real negotiator. Episode 53, it depends on whether there is life to enjoy. The negotiations between Konoha and Cloud Shinobi are over. And the result of the negotiation was broadcast to the whole village immediately. When the villagers and ninjas learned of the result, they all showed ghost-like expressions, and almost wondered if they had heard it wrong. 390 million in compensation, 1.5 billion worth of military supplies, and 300 kattis of chakra-conductive metal, is this true? Sarutobi Hiruzen opened his mouth wide, and the pipe in his mouth fell to the ground without even noticing it. Master Third Generation, do you think I'm going to joke about this kind of thing? Li Yue faintly Kaido. Great, those ninjas who died due to the Cloud Shinobi invasion can also rest in peace. Sarutobi Hiruzen said, pretending to be sad. He tilde. Li Yue pouted, feeling that Third Hokage was too hypocritical. Ming was extremely happy in his heart, and deliberately put on an appearance of avenging the ninjas in the village. Tilde. Li Yue, you have made a great contribution this time. Sarutobi Hiruzen also found that few people in the office were watching his performance, so he coughed and put away his compassionate expression. He was really happy, although the plot did not develop as Danzo thought. But it's okay. Konoha has made a lot of money this time. With these funds and materials, Konoha can quickly recover from the trauma of World War II and get back on track. Don't be too happy, although the people from Cloud Shinobi Village have signed, but whether they will give it is another matter. Li Yue sneered. You mean? Sarutobi Hiruzen, who was still very happy, suddenly frowned, and understood the meaning of Li Yue's words. The ninjas in Cloud Shinobi Village are all reckless. If they knew that Tutai had signed such a compensation agreement, they would definitely not accept it easily. Li Yue explained. Having read the original book, he understands Cloud Shinobi's temper. These people are a bunch of fools. And he's still a strong man. Once the news of the compensation is sent back to Cloud Shinobi Village, with the character of these reckless people, it is really possible to refuse compensation, and even go to war with Konoha. Sarutobi Hiruzen frowned, and also realized that the matter was not that simple, but seeing Li Yue's confident look, he immediately understood that Li Yue had a solution, so he asked. You should have known this earlier, and thought of a way to deal with it, right? Li Yue nodded, and it didn't matter. The solution is very simple, as long as we escort the Cloud Shinobi negotiating team back to the village. The identity of the Cloud Shinobi negotiating team is unusual. There's Third Raikage's right-hand man, AI, Fourth Raikage's candidate, and future 8 Tails Jinchuriki Killer B. So I want to get paid. As long as a team is sent to escort a few people to the country of thunder, and with a few people as a threat, it is possible to get compensation. I see. As an old fox, Sarutobi Hiruzen understood Li Yue's words instantly, and then asked, then who should we send to escort the people from Cloud Shinobi Village back to the village? The escort team must be strong enough, preferably with more than 100 people. One is because the strength of the Cloud Shinobi negotiating team is not weak, and the other is to prevent Cloud Shinobi Village from tearing up its face recklessly. No matter which one, it needs enough strength to deter it. Lee Yue Kaido. In this case, then this task will be entrusted to you and Orochimaru. In addition, I will ask Shinsuke to lead 100 elite ninjas to support you. Sarutobi Hiruzen nodded after thinking about it. Shinsuke? Lee Yue frowned, but soon understood what Sarutobi Hiruzen was thinking. Although Sarutobi Shinsuke has been released from prison, the stain on Sarutobi Shinsuke still exists. And this time the claim is likely to succeed. Once successful, it is a great achievement. If Sarutobi Shinsuke is involved, he can get some credit and clean up the stain. Tilda. Lee Yue, that kid Shinsuke is still young, what he did before was just impulsive, I hope you can forgive him. Sarutobi Hiruzen chuckled. Still young? Lee Yue almost laughed out loud when she heard this. People who are nearly 20 years old are said to be still young, which reminds him of the word giant baby. However, he was not in a hurry to object, but thought about it carefully. Finally, he seemed to think of something, the corners of his mouth curled up, and he agreed to Sarutobi Hiruzen's request. Before the negotiation, he knew that Sarutobi Hiruzen and Shimura Danzo were plotting against him. The reason why he agreed to act as a negotiator and won such great benefits for the village is because he has decided to become Hokage and regards Konoha as his own. Naturally, he would not damage his own things. Certainly, just because he does not harm the interests of the village does not mean that he will tolerate Sarutobi Hiruzen plotting against him, let alone allow Sarutobi Hiruzen to let Sarutobi Shinsuke take credit for it. Sarutobi Shinsuke wants to earn credit? Sure, then it depends on whether the other party has this life. After all, it is not 100% safe to go to the Land of Thunder to claim compensation, and it is normal for 1 or 2 people to die. Thinking of this, the smile on Lee Yue's face became even brighter. Sarutobi Hiruzen looked at Lee Yue with a bright smile on his face, and didn't know what Lee Yue was thinking. After Lee Yue left, he immediately summoned his eldest son, and decided that once the mission is successful, let Danzo spread the news, saying that the success of this claim is thanks to the support of Sarutobi Shinsuke, and the credit will be given to his son. At that time, my son will not only be able to wash away the stains, but also gain a wave of prestige. Only, what Sarutobi Hiruzen doesn't know is, in Lee Yue's heart, Sarutobi Shinsuke is already a dead person. Episode 54, All Parties Plan. Hokage Building. Lee Yue came out from the building. But before he made any progress, he saw Tsunade, Orochimaru, and Hitaki Sakumo approaching. Lee Yue, are all the rumors in the village true? You really talked about nearly 2 billion in compensation for the village? Hitaki Sakumo asked in amazement. Tsunade and Orochimaru on the side also looked at Lee Yue curiously. After all, this is 2 billion. At the end of World War II last year, Tsunagakure paid Konoha a compensation of more than 4 billion yuan. Now that a small invasion has received nearly half of the huge compensation, if this is true, it will be amazing. Do you think there will be fakes? Lee Yue laughed. You kid, you actually have this kind of talent, it's really hidden. Hitaki Sakumo gasped. As expected of you. Orochimaru also sighed a little. If it was him who negotiated, it is estimated that at most a few 100 million could be negotiated. If you want to talk about 2 billion, don't even think about it. It's just luck. Lee Yue waved his hand, then took Tsunade's slender hand, and said with a smile, it's all the luck that Tsunade lent me. What nonsense are you talking about? Tsunade blushed. I'm not talking nonsense. Lee Yue chuckled, hugged Tsunade into her arms, and kissed her red lips lightly. Can't you pay attention to the effects? Seeing the two kissing each other, Hitaki Sakumo twitched his lips. Fortunately, he is married, otherwise he would die of envy. B*********************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************** and he hurriedly pushed Li Yue away, shaking his fist a little angrily, but Li Yue easily dodged it. With this compensation, the village can quickly recover. Seeing the two fighting, Orochimaru said without paying attention. That's true, but things are not that simple. Although the people from Cloud Shinobi Village have signed, they may not be compensated. Li Yue waved her hand, signaling not to be so optimistic. You mean? Hitaki Sakumo was taken aback. Don't forget, the people in Cloud Shinobi Village are all fools. Li Yue said lightly, telling her worries. At the same time, tell about escorting the Cloud Shinobi ninja back to the village. Using the Cloud Shinobi negotiating team as a threat to forcibly seize compensation? The three of them looked at each other in blank dismay. They didn't expect such twists and turns in the matter of compensation. But what if Third Reikage chooses to abandon the negotiating team? Orochimaru frowned. Don't worry, if Third Reikage really gave up on his own son, then I have other options. The corners of Li Yue's mouth were curved. He has already thought about what to do. If that kind of thing happens, he is not afraid, and he has his own way to solve it. As for the method, keep it secret for now. The other side. The residence of the Cloud Shinobi Ninja. An oppressive atmosphere enveloped the surroundings, and every Cloud Shinobi sat on their positions with heavy faces, without saying a word. Nearly 2 billion in compensation. Such a ridiculous treaty was born from their hands. If they really pay, then they are the sinners of the village. Barga, yeah. Buckle, yeah. Do we really want to pay nearly 2 billion yuan in compensation and supplies? Killer Bee rapped. These words broke the tense atmosphere. The future Fourth Reikage AI couldn't bear it anymore and stood up, looking at the platform questioningly. Brother Tutai, I want to know why you agreed to such absurd compensation. After saying this, the other two Cloud Shinobi also looked at the Earth platform, with reproach in their eyes. Before coming, Third Reikage placed high hopes on them, hoping that they would fight for the interests of the village. Now that it's like this, how can they explain to Master Reikage? If not, do you think we can leave Konoha alive? Tutai spoke calmly. Then we shouldn't agree to this kind of request. As Cloud Shinobi ninjas, when have we been afraid of death? I would rather die in battle than suffer such humiliation for the village. Besides, Brother Tutai, do you cherish your life so much? AI roared angrily. Calm down, AI. The other two Cloud Shinobi hurriedly grabbed AI, feeling that this was a bit serious. After all, they have all worked with Tutai. Know Tutai's loyalty to the village. I have never been afraid of death. If one day the village really wants me to sacrifice, I will stand up without hesitation. Tutai spoke with a serious face, and then sighed heavily. It's just that I think everyone should not be too impulsive in this matter, so as to put yourself in danger. That kind of request shouldn't be granted. AI still couldn't calm down. Don't worry, Konoha will never get those compensations. Tutai said word by word. Several people were taken aback for a moment. Can't get compensation? What does it mean? But none of them are idiots, and instantly understood the meaning of the Earth platform. You mean? AI calmed down and asked with some uncertainty. That's right, we are in Konoha now, and our lives are in danger at any time. Instead of tearing up our faces with Konoha, we might as well go back to the village first. When we get back to the village, it's up to us to decide whether to pay or not. When the time comes, it's war or peace, and there's still time to talk about it. Tutai stated his purpose. It turned out that he signed the treaty so readily because he knew that this was Konoha, and to resist here was completely an old birthday star who hanged himself. He didn't want his life too long. In order to keep everyone safe, he could only sign the compensation clause. As for compensation, let Third Reikage decide after returning to Cloud Shinobi village. I see. The crowd of Cloud Shinobi showed surprise, and then a flash of apology flashed across their faces, knowing that they had misunderstood the soil platform. AI on the side fell silent. I thought Tutai was afraid of death, but I didn't expect that everything Tutai did was for their safety. However, with a proud personality, he couldn't say a word of apology, so he was sluggish and embarrassed. Tutai did not blame AI for his impulsiveness. Because he watched AI grow up, and knew that AI's character was impulsive and irritable. Moreover, he is also responsible for this matter, and he did not discuss it with several people in advance, otherwise this misunderstanding would not have occurred. No matter what, let's leave Konoha first. Everyone keep your spirits up tonight, and we will leave tomorrow morning. Yes, several people responded with a bang. But, what the people of Cloud Shinobi village don't know is, Li Yue has long seen through the small calculation of the Earth platform. And Li Yue also prepared 100 elite ninjas, waiting for them to leave. Episode 55, Li Yue's Soaring Fame. The next morning. The silvery white dawn gradually illuminates the world. The morning glow is reflected on the window sticks of thousands of households in Konoha, and people are yawning to usher in a new day. Li Yue, wearing Konoha's unique green vest, walked on the street early this morning. When the villagers passing by saw Li Yue, they showed kind smiles and greeted Li Yue. Master Li Yue, good morning. Master Li Yue, do you have to go to the mission early in the morning? It's really hard work. Master Li Yue, when do you have time to come to my tavern for a drink? All consumption is free. This is a fresh river fish, please accept it, Master Li Yue, as a little favor from us. The villagers passing by greeted him warmly, with admiration flashing in their eyes. The matter of yesterday's negotiations has been thoroughly spread. Every villager in the village knew that Li Yue brought nearly 2 billion yuan in compensation for the village. I heard that those ninjas who died unfortunately, even genin, received more than 5 million in compassionate money. For a while, Li Yue's reputation soared. The families of the dead ninjas are even more grateful to Li Yue. Teacher Li Yue is so welcome. At a corner of the street, 3 figures appeared furtively. I heard that the teacher won huge benefits for the village in yesterday's negotiation. Even Uncle Shuo Mao was amazed. Hitaki Yuki said, "So amazing. If one day the Lord Third Generation abdicates, then the teacher will definitely become the 4th Hokage?" Cassina looked forward to it. If it's Master Li Yue, there should be many people who agree. At this moment, an abrupt voice sounded. The 3 turned their heads and saw that it was a few passing Konoha shinobi. "Do you think so too?" Kukina looked delighted. Of course, Master Li Yue is powerful and can bring great benefits to the village. There is probably no one in the village who is more suitable to be the 4th Hokage than Master Li Yue. Yeah, you don't know, the family members of the ninja who died in battle a while ago kowtowed in the direction of the Uchiha tribe, thanking Lord Li Yue for his kindness. Not only that, since Master Li Yue became the patriarch of the Uchiha clan, the law enforcement of the security department has also become much more civilized. Konoha shinobi passers-by were full of reverent comments. The teacher has gained everyone's approval. Namikaze Minato's eyes showed admiration. It would be great if one day I can be recognized by everyone like Teacher Li Yue. After saying this, he secretly cheered himself up again. Tell yourself to train hard. Only by constantly improving your strength can you contribute to the village like Teacher Li Yue and get everyone's recognition. By the way, aren't we going to find Teacher Li Yue? Hitaki suddenly remembered something. Ah? Cassina and Namikaze Minato woke up with a start, and said hurriedly, "Come on." As he spoke, he walked behind Li Yue with his calves. A few minutes later, the 3 of them followed Li Yue to the gate of Muya. Then it was discovered that besides Li Yue, there were a bunch of ninjas in combat uniforms in front of the gate. Among these ninjas, Tsunade and Orochimaru, known as Konoha Sannin, were also included. How come there are so many people? The 3 of them were dumbfounded. The reason why they approached Li Yue was because they wanted to congratulate Li Yue and at the same time ask for advice on cultivation, but they didn't expect to see this scene. So many ninjas appeared at the same time, there should be a big mission, and it is probably related to Cloud Shinobi Village. Minato was gifted and intelligent, and instantly saw the way. It's related to Cloud Shinobi Village, so this mission is going out of the village? Cassina looked excited. She has long been tired of staying in the village. If she could follow Li Yue out of the village, wouldn't it be fun? Thinking of this, she looked at Minato and Hitaki Yuki. How about we secretly follow the teacher and leave the village together? Isn't it good? There are so many ninja missions, the level is definitely not low. High-level missions are often very dangerous. If we rush to keep up, what should we do if we encounter danger? Minato couldn't help but said. What did you say? Cassina looked at Minato sharply, with a threatening smile on his delicate white face. Ah ha ha ha. Then, that's not impossible. Minato swallowed, and hastily changed the words that came to his mouth. Then it's decided. Cassina waved his fist contentedly. Who tilde? Minato breathed a sigh of relief, but seeing the excited Kukina, he secretly shook his head again. He knew that even if a few people followed, the final result would be to be sent back to the village. Because they're just genin tracking a large group of jonin and still not being discovered? Is it possible? But for the sake of your own life, don't tell the truth. When the 3 decided to follow Li Yue, the group of Cloud Shinobi Village also submitted a request to Konoha to return to the village. Konoha, who had already prepared, would naturally not refuse, and agreed very readily. Although the people in Cloud Shinobi Village thought it was weird, they didn't dare to delve into it. They immediately packed up their things and prepared to leave. But when a few people arrived at the Konoha gate, they saw more than 100 ninjas waiting in front of the gate in an instant. How come there are so many Konoha shinobi? Yuai was dumbfounded. So many Konoha shinobi blocked the village gate. Could it be? Is it to see them off? Are people in Konoha so hospitable? Episode 56, Aggrieved Cloud Shinobi. What happened? The group of Cloud Shinobi Village stopped. They couldn't figure out why there were so many ninjas at the gate of Konoha Village. They couldn't have come to send them off, right? If it's a farewell, then why are they all dressed neatly, as if they were about to go to the battlefield? Not. A bad thought rose from Tutai's heart, but was soon suppressed by him. He didn't dare to think about it. If it's what you think it is, then you're in trouble. Let's go first. The few people who couldn't figure it out could only stride forward. Li Yue also led a group of Konoha shinobi fighters to stop the group from Cloud Shinobi Village. Don't you guys plan to stay for a few more days to see the scenery of Konoha, which should not be found in Cloud Shinobi Village? Li Yue said with a smile. Thank you Li Yue Jonan for your kindness, but we have a task ahead of us, and we need to pass the news to Mr. Rakage in the village quickly, so that we can raise the compensation for your village. Kaido, who didn't smile on the ground, added another sentence after speaking. Presumably your village also hopes to get the compensation sooner, so that the relationship between the two villages can return to friendship? Indeed so. We, Konoha, naturally hope that the two villages can restore their previous peace. So in order to prevent some dangers when they return to the village, we decided to personally send them back to the village and protect their safety along the way. Li Yue nodded, putting on a look of being good for you. Send us back to the village personally? Tutai and I's expressions changed when they heard this, and they clenched their fists quietly. They are not fools. Instantly understood the meaning of Li Yue's words. At the same time, I also understand that my previous plan has failed. Li Yue said she was sending him back to the village. The essence is to take him as hostages, and if Third Rakage refuses to pay compensation, then they will be out of luck. Damn Konoha. Single quote. Ai cursed secretly, and at the same time looked at Li Yue, who was smiling like a harmless animal, feeling extremely apprehensive in her heart. He understands. The instigator of all this is Li Yue. And he discovered that Li Yue is not only strong, but also mentally brilliant. When negotiating, first, they used coercion and lure to get him to sign absurd compensation. Now he can see through their plans at a glance and cut off their retreat. This kind of powerful and clever person is more dangerous than Orochimaru and Tsunade standing next to him. You can't sit still. Single quote. Ai's whole body was tense, and his palms hidden behind his back were already clenched tightly. Whenever there was a conflict, he would strike immediately. Calm down, Tutai said in a low voice, and at the same time took a step forward without looking, blocking Ai's body, and then said with a forced smile. Please trouble Li Yue Jonan, but we are still very confident in our own strength, so we don't need to bother. No trouble, don't be polite to us. Li Yue smiled enthusiastically. As he spoke and waved his hands, more than 100 ninjas immediately surrounded the group of Cloud Shinobi village. The atmosphere instantly cooled down and became more and more dignified. Li Yue and others inspected a group of Cloud Shinobi. And Ai and Tutai were also tense, thinking whether to risk their lives to break through. The two sides stalemate for about a minute. In the end, Tutai showed a reluctant smile and broke the deadlock. Since your village is so enthusiastic, then we can only respect it rather than obey it. He knew he must not do anything now. Once they make a move, with their strength, there is absolutely no way to escape. Of course he will not sit still. After all, just because you can't do it now doesn't mean you won't be able to do it in the future. As long as they leave the country of fire, they can try to escape without the behemoth Konoha watching from the sidelines. That's right. Li Yue nodded in satisfaction. He knew that they would not be so honest, but he was not afraid. Since he dared to let him out of the village, he had the confidence to keep them in check. Leaving now? Tsunade beside him whispered. Of course, after all, the sooner we leave, the sooner the relationship between the two villages can be restored. Li Yue said with a smile, then glanced at the earthen platform next to him. Do you think so? Earthen platform Jonan? Naturally. Although Tutai felt extremely aggrieved, he still licked his face and replied. Then, let's go. Li Yue didn't continue teasing, and waved her hand to signal her departure. Yes. A group of Konoha Shinobi members responded with a bang, and left with the group of Cloud Shinobi village, and disappeared in front of the gate in just a while. When Li Yue and his group left, the three of Kasina also sneaked out of the village while the guard ninja was not paying attention. In the forest, Li Yue took the lead and walked in the front. The big trees on both sides turned into afterimages and kept passing by. Those three little apprentices of yours followed up secretly, so you don't care? Tsunade glanced behind him and asked in a low voice. Whatever they want. We're keeping the pace we're at, and if they can hold on for a while, take 'em on. Li Yue smiled indifferently. Then what if you fall behind? Orochimaru couldn't help asking. Don't underestimate the three of them, they are not ordinary genin. Li Yue laughed, and added, if they fall behind, then let the ninja patrolling nearby send them back to the village. Several people nodded after hearing this, and did not continue to dwell on this matter. Because they all know Li Yue's strength. Since he dared to take the three of Minato with him, it showed that Li Yue had the confidence to protect the safety of the three of them. Episode 57, Ai and Tutai's Plan. A forest in the land of fire. Li Yue, who had been on the road all morning, finally decided to stop for a rest. Those three of your disciples are really good, they really kept up with our pace. Tsunade glanced back and said in amazement. I said they're no ordinary genin. Li Yue smiled, then turned her head to look at a position. What are you three doing hiding there? Why don't you come out quickly? Well, Cassina, who was hiding behind the tree trunk, widened her eyes instantly, not expecting to be found. But they, who knew Li Yue's temper, didn't dare to keep hiding, and immediately came out, standing in front of Li Yue like a good baby. You must be tired after following us all morning, right? Tsunade smiled. Well, Master Tsunade, did you know we were following? Cassina couldn't believe it. She obviously felt that she was hiding it well. Fool! The corner of Li Yue's mouth twitched, and he immediately gave a shudder. Do you really think that we Jonins are eating dry food? Cassina groaned in pain, clutching her forehead with tears in her eyes. Teacher, shall we go back? Minato couldn't help asking. No, this time was originally a test for you, since you are not left behind, then keep up. Li Yue laughed. Really? Great. Cassina, who was about to cry just now, suddenly cheered after hearing this. Although I agree with you to keep up, the outside is not like a village, so you can't run around in the next time, you must follow me. Li Yue said with a straight face. Yes. The three nodded like chickens pecking at rice. Then hurry up and take a rest, we will be leaving later. Yes. The three quickly found a place to sit down and recover their physical strength. And the other side. Tutai and Ai are also making eye contact. They were still thinking about how to escape after leaving Konoha. It's all right now, I'll give you a pillow when I'm sleepy. Now that Li Yue can hold them hostage and threaten Cloud Shinobi Village. Then can they hold Cassina and others hostage to counter-threat Li Yue? Thinking of this, Tutai and Ai looked at each other, the joy in their eyes could no longer be concealed. Two idiots. When the two of them thought they had thought of a way to escape, Li Yue, who had closed her eyes and meditated, sneered. Obviously, the actions of the two of them were watched by him. But he didn't stop it, but let things develop. Because the group of Cloud Shinobi Village is a time bomb after all, it may be nothing at ordinary times, but once the critical moment comes, a huge hidden danger will erupt. Therefore, in order to obtain compensation smoothly, this hidden danger must be resolved. However, it is not easy for him to take action directly because his teacher is unknown, so he can only wait for a few people to kill themselves. In this way, not only can the hidden danger be solved, but it may also extort hundreds of millions more. 3 days passed quickly. After a 3-day journey, the group passed through the Kingdom of Iron and the Kingdom of the Moon, and soon arrived at the border of the Kingdom of Thunder. In order to be sure, Li Yue decided to stop for a day to rest and move on after recovering her physical fitness. What the hell? Why do you still need to train after leaving the village? In the forest, Cassina whispered while waving the kunai. I thought I could see the outside world after leaving the village. But who would have thought that Li Yue didn't give this opportunity at all? On the way to the Land of Thunder, he held the three of them for a while to practice, and he didn't even miss this kind of recuperation time. Hurry up and train, otherwise teacher Li Yue will use the excuse of not serious training, increase the amount of training, and even deduct our rewards for future missions. Hitaki Yuki said weakly. While speaking, he glanced at Li Yue who was sitting on the tree trunk. Seeing what Li Yue looked like, he was startled. Hearing this, Cassina could only shrug his head and continue the boring training. If I had known it would be like this when I left the village, I might as well have stayed in the village. Minato listened to the conversation between the two with a gentle smile still on his face. Compared to the two, he is very satisfied with his current state. With the guidance of a strong teacher, Rasengan, who has practiced hard, is also improving. In his opinion, this is much more interesting than playing around. Li Yue, come here. At this moment, Tsunade appeared from a distant tree and waved to Li Yue. You continue training. Li Yue said something to the three of them, and came to Tsunade's position within a few jumps. I'm about to enter the border of the Kingdom of Thunder. Cloud Shinobi Village should have heard the news long ago, right? Orochimaru said in a hoarse voice. Li Yue nodded. Along the way, they didn't hide anything, so I'm sure that the Kingdom of Thunder definitely got the news. Moreover, the news of the signing of the 2 billion indemnity also reached the desk of Third Raikage. Then what should we do next? Asked Tsunade. We don't need to act. Li Yue sneered. Third Raikage has been Raikage for so many years, so he is not an idiot. After learning the terms signed by Tutai, he will definitely be able to see through our intentions. Now there must be heavy troops deployed on the border of the Land of Thunder, waiting for us to go, so when we arrive at the border of the Land of Thunder, we can hand over the goods and deliver the goods. Seeing that Li Yue had already made plans, the two were also relieved. But before that, we have to take good precautions against the people on the Earth platform. After all, this place is infinitely close to the Land of Thunder, and it is a good place to escape. Li Yue added a sentence. Then shall we do it first? Tsunade clenched his fists, a sharp look appeared on his face. A few of them can't make any troubles, just be optimistic about them. If they make a move, then we will be famous as teachers. Even if a few people are abolished by then, Cloud Shinobi Village will have nothing to say. Lee Yue sneered. Good. Tsunade and Orochimaru exchanged glances and nodded. The other side. A group of people from Cloud Shinobi Village also gathered together. They closed their eyes tightly back to back, as if they were resting. However, if you get closer, you can find that a group of people are talking quietly. This is a great opportunity. Tutai said in a low voice. AI closed his eyes and lowered his voice. Kaido, we have nothing to hide along the way. Dad probably got the news a long time ago and understands our situation, so there are definitely ninjas from the village waiting at the border. As long as we initiate a breakout and escape to the border of the Land of Thunder, we will be safe. That's right. The other two Cloud Shinobi nodded in agreement. This method works, but the 3 Konoha genins are missing. Tutai took a peek. He originally wanted to hold the 3 of Kasina hostage and force Lee Yue to let him go through Kasina. But with the disappearance of the 3 of Kasina, the plan fell through. It doesn't matter, now is the best time to escape, we must not miss it. AI whispered. He didn't know where Kasina had gone, and there was no way to find her. But the opportunity is fleeting, and they must seize it. Okay, but before that, we have to give way first. Tutai said in a low voice. The few Jonins want to break through, so naturally there is no big problem. But not Killer Bee. He is not even a genin. Once he breaks out, he is likely to be caught. Then let Bai run to another place, and we will attract the firepower of Konoha. AI thought for a while and said. Good. Tutai nodded. Bai, we're going to escape from here soon. You'll say you need to go to the bathroom later. You're young, Konoha Shinobi won't care too much. At that time we will attract the attention of the Konoha Shinobi, and you will take the opportunity to escape. Remember, keep running to the east. There is a river there. Once you get there, you can dive into the water and follow the river into the territory of the Kingdom of Thunder. Then you will be safe. AI warned carefully. Brother, then be careful. Killer Bee knew that he was lagging behind, so he didn't say anything to stay. Don't worry, don't you know the strength of Big Brother? AI comforted. Killer Bee whispered back. After waiting for a few minutes, Killer Bee stood up and walked into the depths of the forest, putting on a look of urgency. The Konoha Shinobi who had been watching naturally found out, but seeing that AI and the earthen platform were still in place, they didn't care. After all, Killer Bee isn't even a genin. Even if you run away, it won't make much difference. Brother Tutai. AI, who squinted his eyes, saw Killer Bee disappear in front of his eyes, and touched the dirt platform with his elbow. Wait a little longer, let Bai run farther. Tutai held his breath and concentrated, looking in no hurry. Another 2 minutes passed. Feeling that Killer Bee had run far enough, and Konoha would doubt if he didn't do anything again, he finally opened his eyes. There was no hesitation, no prompting. The body stood up abruptly, and quickly formed a seal. Lightning-style thunder flash. Thorn tilde. A sharp voice sounded. A dazzling but non-aggressive light burst out, shining around. After completing this ninja, Tutai roared angrily. AI, do it. Episode 58, where do you guys want to go? Do it. AI immediately stood up and let out a roar. Thorn tilde. Purple lightning erupted from the bodies of several people. The activity of the cells stimulated by lightning style increased greatly, which greatly increased the status of several people. However, they did not attack Konoha Shinobi, but fled in the direction of the Land of Thunder. Their goals are clear. Just run. Maybe they can't beat Lee Yue and the others, but they are very confident in escaping. Because most of the ninjas in Cloud Shinobi Village are lightning-style ninjas who also practice ninjutsu. These ninjas have one thing in common, that is, they are strong and fast. And most importantly, after Third Reikage got the news, he would definitely deploy heavy troops on the border of the Land of Thunder. As long as they passed through this forest, they would be rescued by the village and get out of trouble. As for staying and fighting, they are not so stupid. There were hundreds of people in Konoha's army escorting them, including Lee Yue, Tsunade, Orochimaru and other experts. As far as they are, if they stay, they will probably be defeated in a few strokes. So they never thought about staying confrontational. People from Cloud Shinobi Village have escaped. Konoha Shinobi, who has been monitoring Cloud Shinobi, shouted immediately. The army that was repairing around immediately reacted, jumped up without thinking, looked at Cloud Shinobi who had already fled to the distance, and quickly chased after him. Master Lee Yue, those people from Cloud Shinobi Village have escaped. A Konoha Shinobi practitioner ran to report to Lee Yue. What? Escaped? Why don't you hurry up and chase after him? Before Lee Yue could reply, Sarutobi Shinsuke shouted eagerly. This mission is very important to him. If the person ran away and the mission failed, how could he wash away the stains? So he is more anxious than anyone else. Master Lee Yue. The Konoha shinobi who came to report did not even look at Sarutobi Shinosuke. In his eyes, Sarutobi Shinosuke is a weak second king with bad conduct. If he didn't have a good father, how could he become one of the captains of this team? Seeing that the other party ignored him at all, Sarutobi Shinosuke blushed suddenly, feeling that he was underestimated. One must be self-aware. Lee Yue glanced at Sarutobi Shinosuke and said mockingly. Sarutobi Shinosuke turned pale for a while, then turned blue for a while, but dared not speak out. Lee Yue, what should we do now? Asked Orochimaru from the side. Shoot, don't let him escape to the border of the Kingdom of Thunder. Lee Yue Kaido. He wasn't worried at all that Cloud Shinobi would escape. After all, the team escorting Cloud Shinobi included 100 elite ninjas, plus 3 cage levels. And what about Cloud Shinobi? Just a cage level. If this can make the other party escape, then they don't need to be ninjas anymore, they can just retire. Tsunade and Orochimaru nodded before leaving in a flash. The other side. The group of Cloud Shinobi, who had escaped hundreds of meters away, was talking loudly while looking back. Brother AI, Konoha's people are catching up. Cloud Shinobi, named Craigie, looked at the mighty Konoha army behind him, with a look of eagerness on his face. Don't worry about the chasing soldiers behind you, speed up your pace. As long as we pass through this forest, we will reach the border of the Land of Thunder, and we will be safe by then. AI growled. Speaking of the more intense thunder light erupting on his body, the speed under his feet increased by a point. Hearing this, several other people also suppressed all thoughts, and began to release chakra desperately, constantly accelerating the speed. The ninjas in Cloud Shinobi Village are all good at ninjutsu, and each one is Grandmaster Lightning style. Now he exploded with all his strength, his speed skyrocketed, and in just a few breaths, he pulled away from Konoha's pursuers. Seeing the pursuers getting farther and farther away, and finally turned into a few small black spots, the faces of Cloud Shinobi and his group finally showed joy. Great, I finally got rid of Konoha's pursuers. Craigie said happily. Snort. While trying to use us to blackmail the village, and being so careless at the same time, I really don't know if Konoha's people are stupid or smart. AA also had a relaxed expression on his face, and then couldn't help but sneer. Don't be careless, we haven't returned to the Land of Thunder yet. Tutai said with a solemn expression. For some reason, he always felt that something was wrong, and felt that this escape was too smooth. To know. There are 3 cage levels in the team escorting them. But the 3 of Lee Yue, who were cage level, didn't make a move at all, as if they were allowed to escape. Get out of here quickly. AA also calmed down, knowing that he was getting carried away. Leave here? A few friends from Cloud Shinobi Village, where do you want to go? Just as Ai's words fell, an abrupt voice sounded from the front. The few people who were still full of pride just now were shocked and stopped abruptly. I saw a young man with black hair and black eyes, handsome appearance and excellent temperament standing on a big tree in front of him, looking at them with a smile. Uchiha, Lee Yue? There was a hint of disbelief in Ai's eyes. In order to escape, they kept stimulating the cells with lightning-style chakra to increase their speed. Logically speaking, Konoha couldn't catch up at all. So he didn't understand how Lee Yue managed to catch up. You haven't answered my question yet. Lee Yue stood on the tree trunk, looking down at several people as if looking down. Hole. Seeing Lee Yue's smiling face, the grumpy Aiton was furious. Because of what Lee Yue did, it gave him a feeling of cat and mouse. The mouse is me, and the cat is Lee Yue. This feeling of being teased made him extremely uncomfortable. Let's do it together, Tutai growled, knowing that what I was most worried about still happened. And he understands that if he wants to return to the Land of Thunder, he must defeat the person in front of him. Go to hell with me, Uchiha Lee Yue. AI yelled. The moment the words fell, a burst of lightning erupted from his body. Thorn tilde. The purple thunder and lightning continued to rage. Accompanied by a roar, AI, who was still in the distance, had already appeared on top of Lee Yue's head, wrapped in a fist of lightning, and smashed hard at Lee Yue's head. P.S. This episode is considered to be the last episode before it goes on the shelves. This book will be on the shelves tonight, and there will be 10 updates on the first day of it. I hope everyone can support it. Chapter 59, Mangekyo Sharingan. Boom! A terrifying roar exploded. Under Ai's punch, the trunk of the big tree was directly smashed, but Lee Yue, who was originally standing on the trunk, disappeared. Avoided? Ai's eyes were fixed, and he looked quickly. I saw Lee Yue standing on another tree, looking at herself with a smile. And more importantly, Lee Yue's originally pitch black pupils had turned red, and the 3 Guyu was slowly spinning in his eyes. Sharingan. Ai's heart trembled. Although he is not a Konoha shinobi, he also knows the horror of the Sharingan, and there are even rumors in the ninja world that he cannot be one-on-one with the Sharingan ninja. I wanted to have fun with you, but time doesn't allow it, so let's get rid of you quickly. Li Yue chuckled lightly. This forest is near the border of the Land of Thunder. Once the fighting time is too long, it will definitely alarm the Cloud Shinobi on the border of the Land of Thunder, which will cause a series of follow-up problems. So in order to prevent the situation from getting out of control, he must make a quick decision. Arrogance. AI was furious. So what if Li Yue is cage level? Isn't he? As a cage level player, he doesn't think he will be weaker than Li Yue. Whether it is arrogance or not, you will know if you try it. Li Yue smiled, then opened her eyes wide. The three-pointed jade in the Sharingan rotates at a high speed, and finally turns into a strange pattern of six-pointed stars. Mangekyo Sharingan. Although Li Yue rarely uses the power of Mangekyo. But that doesn't mean he wasn't turned on. The reason why it was rarely used before is because Mangekyo's power is not stable, and if it is used too much, it will cause blindness. If you can use Mangekyo, try not to use Mangekyo before you sign in to get the Eternal Eye, so as not to lose your sight in a few months just like Urjuzi in the original book. Of course, it's different now. In order to quickly get rid of AI who is a cage-level strongman, he can only use the power of Mangekyo. What's this? Seeing the changes in the patterns in Li Yue's eyes, AI felt intense anxiety. Boom! Just then, a roar sounded. A mass of crimson chakra rushed from Li Yue's body, and the chakra condensed to form a giant wearing armor. The giant held a chakra long sword in his right hand and a chakra giant shield in his left hand. Wow! A strong airflow swept all around. Several people in Cloud Shinobi Village were startled, and quickly raised their hands to resist the impact of the air current. After the airflow subsided, several people looked up. Looking at the 100-meter-tall chakra giant in front of him, his eyes flashed with horror. What ninjutsu is this? Tutai was dripping with cold sweat, and a strong sense of fear rose in his heart. Susanoo in the fourth form. Li Yue, who stood on Susanoo's forehead, said lightly. The fourth form of Susanoo is the closest to the perfect Susanoo, and it is also the ultimate that ordinary Mangekyo Sharingan can achieve. As for the full-body Susanoo? That's a ninjutsu that only Eternal Eye can use. Ordinary Mangekyo simply cannot withstand the pupil power needed to fully body Susanoo. As he spoke, he controlled Susanoo to raise the long sword, and then slashed down under the horrified eyes of several people. Although it was just an ordinary slash. But the long sword, which was tens of meters long, made a violent sound of piercing through the air, and fell down like a mountain. Retreat! Ai Jing roared angrily. She no longer had the confidence she had before. Streaks of purple lightning surged up from her body, and then turned into afterimages to dodge quickly. Want to escape? Li Yue smiled, and Mangekyo Sharingan flashed a strange light, but I have seen through your future. After these words fell, the long sword that had been cut down immediately changed its direction, and slashed horizontally at another position. And what's even more terrifying? The moment Susan's long sword had just struck, Ai's body, which he was avoiding, landed right there. Li Yue seemed to see through the future and predicted Ai's movements in advance. What? Ai Meng raised his head, looking at the oncoming giant sword, his eyes flashed with horror. Then there was no time to react, and he was struck by Susan's long sword. Boom! There was a deafening roar. The future fourth Raikage Ai flew out like a cannonball, smashed down a big tree, and fell into the stone pestle. Are you okay? What happened? How did Uchiha Li Yue know about Ai's movements? Tutai and the others were startled and furious, and shouted loudly. Ai struggled out of the stone pestle, coughing loudly, and blood sprayed from his mouth continuously as he coughed. One strike. Li Yue is just a hit. Let the future fourth Raikage Ai be seriously injured. Damn it. Feeling his own situation, Ai looked ugly, and then struggled to stand up. Asking for flowers. If it weren't for the last moment, he attached the lightning-style chakra to the body to form lightning-style armor, which strengthened his own defense. Otherwise, that sword might really kill him. But even so, he was still severely injured. Hey, are you okay? Tutai said with concern. I can't die. Ai took a deep breath, relieved the pain in his chest, and looked at Li Yue solemnly. Although Li Yue's strength shocked him. But what shocked him even more was how Li Yue predicted his own movements. If there is no prediction just now. With his lightning-like speed, it was impossible for that blow to hit him. Armor of lightning style? Li Yue looked at the layer of lightning armor on Ai's body, her eyes flickered. Lightning-style armor is also known as lightning-style chakra mode. It can wrap lightning around the body, thereby increasing the hardness and speed of the body, and allowing the body to be activated extremely quickly. In the original book, Third Reikage relied on this ninjutsu and won the titles of the strongest spear and the strongest shield. Although Ai's lightning-style armor is not as powerful as Third Reikage, it is still no problem to resist an attack. But if you can resist once, can you resist the second and third times? Li Yue stared. Controlling Susanoo raised the sword again. Attack! Seeing this scene, Ai's heart skipped a beat, and he yelled without thinking. As he spoke, he jumped up, his palm raised up like a knife. Lateral bolt of pain. Chop! Amidst the roar, Ai rushed forward again. It's useless. Li Yue cast a glance, and the long sword that Susanoo held high immediately went to meet him. Swish! There was a violent blasting sound. The huge sword tens of meters long was wrapped in a strong air current, and cut towards Ai again. But this time Aizu was smart. When the giant sword was about to slash, he turned his body, as if he wanted to avoid the blow at a critical moment and complete his attack. I said, I have seen through your future. Li Yue chuckled, and Susan turned the long sword. Ai, who had just avoided the long sword, was about to attack when he saw the long sword coming towards him. What? The weird feeling of being seen through made Ai couldn't help but yelled out. His face was full of shock. Episode 60, Susanoo shows her edge, Part 2. He can't figure it out. Why can Li Yue predict her own movements? I was obviously so careful, I only dodged when Susan's long sword was about to hit. Could it be, Uchiha Li Yue can really see through the future? Ai remembered what Li Yue said before, and his heart skipped a beat. Boom! At this time, the long sword had already slashed. Unable to dodge at all, he could only roar loudly, venting all the chakra, condensing into the strongest lightning-style armor to resist this attack. Boom! Loud roar. Ai's body flew out like a cannonball, smashed several big trees in a row, and smashed hard on the ground. Why? Seeing this, Tutai's face changed drastically. If you have time to care about others, it is better to care about yourself. Li Yue's voice sounded, 0. The Earth platform, which was originally eager, was shocked and looked up suddenly, only to see Li Yue attacking again. And this time it's not against Ai, but against them. Careful! The Earth platform roared, and then quickly formed a seal, spitting out light yellow rubber from the mouth, lava-style humobi. A large amount of rubber condensed into a huge wall, trying to resist the attack of Susan's long sword. But the power of Susanoo's long sword is beyond imagination. With a slash of the sword, it directly split the rubber wall, and then slashed hard on the ground. Boom! Countless air currents were set off, and the people on the Earth platform were directly thrown into the air, and their bodies hit the tree, causing them to be seriously injured. But, damn it, how could this guy have such terrifying strength? Tutai coughed up blood, his face full of shock. D. Yue in the distance also stood up again at this time, gasping for breath, with an extremely ugly face. Oh? As expected of a ninja from Cloud Shinobi Village, he is stronger than ordinary people when he fights against beating. Seeing that Ai could still stand up, Li Yue sneered. Ai blushed. What does it mean to be stronger than others in fighting skills? Are you mocking him for being weak and can only be beaten passively? What are you? If you want to refute, then show me your strength. Li Yue chuckled and continued to control Susanoo, swinging the long sword. This time he didn't use Sharingan's ability, but slashed wildly. That's right. The reason why he was able to predict Ai's movements just now was because of his experience. As we all know, each pair of Mangekyo has its own unique abilities. And Li Yue's ability is to control time. His eyes can see visions of the future. Therefore, every time you swing your sword, you can accurately predict Ai's movement. Boom, boom, boom. Although the ability is no longer used. But the group of Cloud Shinobi Village had been injured, and with Susanoo's slashing, they had no choice but to flee in embarrassment. As the saying goes, there is no way to not get your shoes wet when you often walk by the river. Although several people dodged again and again, as the number of times increased, they were still hit. Boom! A strong air current rolled up and lifted several people into the air. Even with the lightning-style armor, Ai couldn't avoid being seriously injured. He struggled on the ground several times, but couldn't stand up. It's over, Li Yue said lightly. The chakra on her body dissipated, her body fell back to the ground, and then walked towards the few people in Cloud Shinobi Village. It's not over yet. Ai lay on the ground, his eyes flickering. He was indeed seriously injured, but he didn't fall down so easily. After all, the defense of the lightning-style armor was not weak, so he still held his breath. After preparing to wait for Li Yue to approach, launch the final attack and defeat Li Yue in one fell swoop. Thinking, he pretended to be injured while accumulating energy. Step, step, step. The sound of footsteps came, and Li Yue was getting closer and closer. When Li Yue came within the attack range, AI immediately jumped up and let out a terrifying roar. Uchiha Li Yue, die to me. Amidst the roar, AI jumped up, his palms turned into knives. Then he gathered all his strength and slashed at Li Yue. Lateral bolt of pain. Chop. Thorn tilde. There was a violent sound of piercing through the air, and the knife landed on top of Li Yue's head in an instant. Seeing the hand knife getting closer and closer to Li Yue's head, a smile finally appeared on Yi Yue's dignified face. It worked. In his cognition, few in the entire ninja world could avoid an attack at such a speed and distance. Maybe I can do it myself, and so can my dad. But Li Yue, who is not good at speed, can never avoid it. But soon, his smile froze on his face. Because Li Yue's expression remained calm. Even the same as before, with absolute confidence, as if not taking him seriously. Such an attitude, such confidence. Yue AI, who was originally full of confidence, became suspicious, and all the movements in his hands were taken by surprise. Thoughts are only for a moment. When Yue was about to hit Li Yue with a single blow, Li Yue's figure disappeared. Shua tilde. As fast as lightning. In the blink of an eye, she completely disappeared in front of Yue AI. What? Yue AI looked shocked. He never dreamed that Li Yue would be a Grandmaster Lightning style, and possess this kind of speed. Boom! The hand knife containing the final strength slashed on the ground, directly smashing the ground into pieces, countless stone chips splashed, and smoke and dust billowed up. Yue also fell to the ground due to the force of inertia. Just when he was about to get up, he suddenly felt a sense of pressure behind him, as if someone was stepping on his back. Not good. Yue AI's complexion changed drastically, and she wanted to use lightning style again to escape. But by then, it's too late. Boom! There was a stabbing pain in his back, and 1.6 feet's body crashed down with the pressure, hitting the ground hard. When Tutai and others looked over, they found that Li Yue had squatted on Yi Yue's back, and Yi Yue AI was lying on the ground like a dead dog, unable to move under the step of Li Yue. Why? Seeing their companion being trampled on the ground in such a humiliating gesture, the people on the Earth platform roared angrily. B***********D, B********D. AI was dizzy for a while, and when he came back to his senses, he found that he was stepped on the ground, and he was struggling angrily. But before he struggled a few times, he found that a broad palm was pressing the back of his head, and then he exerted a lot of force. Boom! Yue AI's head crashed into the ground in an instant. The violent impact made his brain dizzy for a while. Coupled with the previous injury, he rolled his eyes and passed out directly.